Hi everyone, my name's Shauna and I'm here to show you how to organize your fridge to keep your foods fresh and safe. I've just cleaned out my fridge and gone grocery shopping, and I thought it would be the perfect time to show you how to store your foods properly. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure our fridge is cold enough. I have a thermometer right here that shows that the fridge is below 40, which is what we want. If your fridge is not working properly or if it's running too hot, you can go ahead and adjust the knob right here to a colder temperature. So now that we know that our fridge is nice and cold, we're going to go ahead and start at the top shelf. The top shelf is our ready to eat food shelf. Ready to eat foods means that the foods do not need to be cooked. This prevents cross-contamination from raw meat. So at the top shelf, you can see that I have some deli meats, which are fully cooked. I have some leftovers, some leftover sweet potatoes here. I have some leftover coleslaw. Here's some dip. Here's an opened beef broth. And I also have some sparkling waters. Okay, next we're going to move to the middle shelf, or the second shelf. This is the shelf that's the coldest in the fridge, where the temperature fluctuates the least, which is why we're going to have our dairy products and our eggs. So here you can see we have some cream cheese, we have some heavy whipping cream, some milk, here's some cheese, we have some sour cream back there, some yogurt, and also some eggs. So the bottom shelf is the best place to store meat because it prevents cross-contamination and prevents meat juices from dripping onto other foods. Here I have some beef, I have some ground turkey. I like to keep them in this little plastic bin because if the meats were to drip, they wouldn't drip on anything. You could also use plastic bags. Also notice that I put the ground poultry below the beef because the ground poultry needs to cook to 165, whereas the beef can cook to about 140. You also may be wondering why I have my Brita filter at the bottom shelf where the meat is. This is not the ideal place. The ideal place would be the top shelf. However, I don't have enough space, and I also feel comfortable that the meat is contained into that container, so I don't feel like there would be any issues with cross-contamination. The warmest part of the fridge is the door. So at the door, we should be storing our non-perishable items such as open condiments, butter. You can store extra beverages, jams, jellies, things like that. Last, we have the crisper drawers. Crisper drawers usually hold the vegetables and the fruits. Vegetables are usually held at a lower temperature. I'm not sure if my humidity is regulated, but there are some fridges where the humidity is regulated, and the vegetables would have the lower humidity. So here I just have some butter lettuce. I have some zucchini and squash. I have some herbs. And in the fruit drawer, this would be a higher humidity if you had a fridge that had a regulated humidity. So here I have an apple, I have some ripe avocados, I have some oranges, and I have some fresh berries. One other thing to note about the crisper drawers is you never want to mix your vegetables with your fruits because the fruits emit ethylene gas, which ripens your vegetables faster. I also wanted to show you some counter storage for vegetables. If you ever get some tomatoes, onions, garlic, or potatoes, you're going to want to store them room temperature on the counter because if you put them in the fridge, they start to absorb the moisture and odors from the fridge and get a little bit of a funky texture and flavor. I also store unripened fruits on the counter because they ripen faster at room temperature, and once they get to the ripeness that I want, I'll pop them in the fridge. Some examples of that include bananas or avocados. All right, so that concludes this video. I hope you found it helpful, and be sure to check out our other nutrition resources on the Living Well website.